Sonder Sisterhood. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. I'm just finishing up work. I picked Gavin up from daycare today, so I thought we would do a little color and chat this Friday. I've been digging into this coloring book. I've had a really stressful day, or not day. I've had a really stressful decade of work. And but in particular this last week. So I've just been coloring a little bit, and I I love this one. If you can't tell, I really love jewel tones, but this is from the Childless Not by Choice coloring book. But I thought I would come on and give an update because it's been a little bit, and I haven't posted a video since Monday, mostly because work has been really busy. It's been interesting, I would say. Lots going on, but just same old, same old. Gavin has gone to daycare more this week. Some of you who might be around the channel a little bit know that I'm trying to create some better boundaries, I guess, with us, and mostly separation anxiety. And I don't know if he has separation anxiety, but I'm definitely developing separation anxiety with him. Just like one of those things where I just prefer to be around my dog. It's just easier. I feel like a strong connection, and it takes a lot of effort to go out there and make in-person friends. So, but I need to make an effort. This is also our last week in Florida. We are headed back to Colorado this time next week. We will be headed back to Colorado in the car probably. And we really like coming here. I'm going to do my best to come back here next year as well. It's just nice to break things up, do something different. There are things that I miss about Colorado when I'm here, but not enough to stop me from coming here. I think when you are a certain age and a lot of your kind of friends have a lot going on in their life, it's not like you're missing a lot of social stuff, right? When you're traveling and away for a period of time, because those of you who are single and don't have kids, you kind of know you can go a while without hanging out with friends because people get busy. But I'm looking forward to getting back to Cycle Bar, which is the exercise place that I really like to go to, and then my exercise trainer. One of the things about being here in Florida that I haven't been able to kind of make happen is the exercise routine. And so I am definitely looking forward to that. I feel better. I do better when I am exercising. It also helps me with stress. And so I was kind of wondering and thinking, as I'm what's different? Because my job always has these annoying parts to it, like the administrative side. And I was well, I'm not able to do, I walk more here, but I'm not doing the cardio and the exercise, particularly after work, where it allows me to just get rid of a lot of energy. So that's sort of how I've narrowed it down and what I'm thinking might be different. So, also my sister and I, we like to do these once a month, though there's a wine place that likes to do these women in wine events, which I miss those too. So we'll see. I will come back in January, and definitely am thinking I would like to maybe even stay for good. next time. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I hope you guys had a good Memorial Day weekend. If you're in the United States, what did we do? We didn't do anything. And that's actually, I think I posted a vlog, and you kind of saw me not do much. I was working on the book that I have coming out. It's a list of like challenges and coping for the person who's childless, not by choice. I'm really excited about it, actually. I think it's pretty good. It's good value, and I'm excited about it. So, plus it's like kind of combines like my skill set and things that I'm feeling passionate about lately. So I'm looking forward to that. In terms of the channel, this channel is cooking, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all your support. We are at 1,217 subscribers, and we're about 400 hours from watch time, away from 4,000 hours, which I've been at for maybe about a week or 10 days, because this time last year I had a huge spike in hours, and so those are dropping off. So I've been like losing hours or kind of treading, but I should have lots of room to make up that time in the summer. So really looking forward to that. I'm also curious what your all summer plans are. If you're going anywhere, doing anything. We aren't, mostly because we have like this big thing in the winter. My mom is going to come visit in August, I think. So looking forward to that. I also wanted to know, sorry, I'm just like rambling. Coloring the book right now. I'm like, I need better markers. But so we're going to be driving cross country next week, and wondering if you guys are interested in vlogs like that. I vlogged coming out. I started to feel like it got a little repetitive, but it is essentially somebody who's single, doesn't have kids, and it's just me and my dog driving cross country. If it's something you might be interested in, let me know, because I'll definitely vlog it. What I might do is have the entire like road trip be one vlog, versus on my way out here, I mixed it up and, or not mixed it up, but I did a vlog each day. My mom drove out with me, so that made that a little bit easier. Yeah. Let me show you Gabby. Gabby went to daycare today, so he's out cold. Aren't you? We are going to miss his daycare out here. They're really good to him. So what am I doing this weekend? It's our last weekend here in Florida. Not a lot. We'll go to the park that homeboy did not get kicked out of. Sunday. We are going to talk about the courage to be disliked tomorrow on the YouTube channel. I also have a client. I have 2 clients this weekend, actually. And I think I'm going to also work on some content. What content might you be interested in? Like things maybe around the summer. You know, they talk a lot about like content pillars, and I'm still trying to figure out, I think like vlogs, like representing and showing just like a typical day. And then maybe I try and do some like educational stuff as well. So I guess that's ultimately what I do. And now I'm trying to kind of incorporate some more like social things, and like the coloring and chatting and the book clubs. I know it's been suggested that we do some movie clubs. which I thought was a really good idea. And then it's also been suggested that maybe I do some interviews with people who don't have kids and are single. And I've also been toying around with that. I'm also got some different projects that are coming out. So lots of really good things coming from this side of the internet. I don't know. I'm trying to, so I don't know what I want to do here. Okay. So I will say this. I had a therapy session, right? And I am really building this like online community in this online space, and I like it. I enjoy it. I find meaning behind it. I find purpose behind it. And I got to also sort of figure out in person stuff, which is like sort of I'm sure we all say that to ourselves. Um, but there's like a really big convenience to this stuff. So, we read the book, the Platonic. We read the book Platonic last month, and so I'm trying to like continue to keep that stuff in my brain about finding things that you like to do, going to the same places, going to like repeatable places as well. But always open to ideas like the dog park, the gym. I do belong to a gym as well, but it's kind of like a cheaper gym that I just go for the weights, and the crowd is a little young. And I don't yeah, it's definitely a little young. So I'm just like I go in and I go out. If I were 20 years younger, it would probably be a good place, but not maybe if I was 26 and not 46, right? I'm It's getting dark. All right. So I love to do jewel tones. I'm a good like jewel tone person. Um this was my favorite one that I did. It reminds me of me. Oh, just hanging out with my little cuddle bug. And I really love the quote for this one. One of the most beautiful facets of life is there no singular way to experience love, purpose, or connection. And then that's the picture loving that goes with it. If you have any good suggestions for other coloring books, because I'm running out of pages on this, let me know. Definitely into coloring, really liking it right now. I think I'm gonna also make one for us for the holidays. And my thought is I'm going to hire an illustrator to do it this time. Because I'm getting really into it. Also, I have this urge to do some puzzles as well when I get back to my house. So maybe we'll even do some like puzzle and chats as well. So people usually ask me about my dating life. It's pretty non-existent right now. Thanks for asking. Yeah. And, I don't know if you're like me, but when I like go a little like longer-ish without, um, then I just get really used to it. And I'm like totally cool being by myself. You just like adapt, I guess, right? And it feels like more work, more energy. So that's the other thing I'm probably trying to work on. Although I really go back and forth. Like, I would like a friend to like do things with, maybe hang out with once or twice a week, go to a restaurant or hang out with the dogs or stuff like that. But I don't want somebody to like get all up in my life, I guess, which, Some of you might say, oh, well, there we go. There's why she's single. And you're probably not wrong. But you kind of like, it's just exhausting. It's straight exhausting to date. The older you get, the more exhausting it is. The more you just want to protect your peace a little bit. For me, when I'm like, I experience stress at work. And so I don't want to experience anxiety, stress. Does this person like me? What am I going to say? What am I going to do? Are they going to think I'm fat? Are they going to think I'm ugly? Like, are they going to think I'm ugly? Oh, shoot, I wish I didn't say that. Just like all of those ways that you kind of get in your head. And I just decide I don't want to do that. I'd rather hang out with my dog, which is my mom's biggest nightmare, is that I will use my dog as a crutch to avoid any in-person relationships. I think I talked about this before, but I saw this thing on YouTube where it's like, once you reach a certain age, even for like men, like you get comfy, man, you know? I think too, especially in this, I apologize if I'm trying to be authentic and real, so I apologize if this sounds ridiculous. But when you know that like children are off the table, the like pressure and anxiety, I think, goes away a little bit. Like, sure, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do when I'm old? Like, that obviously is now sort of one of my anxieties. But, when you start to get into that mid to late 30s, there's the pressure of like, oh God, if I don't find somebody, I may not have kids. And that's a very real thing. And once you pass that and get past that, then it's like, well, what's the rush now? And for somebody to take me away from the things that I like to do, it's going to have to be something significant, right? What I need to find though, if I were my own therapist, what I need to find are things that I like to do that aren't just in my house. One of the things that my therapist has told me, is pickleball. Like when I get back to Colorado, maybe like pickleball seems to be like a big thing. And it's exactly the kind of thing that I would say on this channel. And exactly the type of thing that I would tell my clients. So I'm probably going to try it out. Like, why the hell not? I know lots of people seem to like it. And there's even like specific courts and stuff like that. My mom was playing pickleball like 10 years ago. Like she was on the forefront, I think, of that like trend. And then it started to get down to the younger crowd. But so I think I am going to do that. I'm not necessarily asking for an accountability partner yet, but I find that, I don't know if you guys are like this. I find I have to tell myself something 3 times at least before I'll follow through. I'm not really someone that's like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then I go do it. Because I got to make sure that I analyze it and get anxious about it from every possible scenario and angle. Sometimes to the point where I just get so exhausted where I'm like, oh, screw it. I'm too tired to continue being anxious about it. So let's just do it. If I bring up pickleball, I think this is the second time that I've brought it up. If I bring it up a third time, I'm getting closer. I used to play tennis, but my hip, it's too hard on my hip, and I've heard pickleball is a little bit easier on the hip. I had a hip replacement in October of 2023, I think it was now. Man, time flies. Time goes by fast. I just like colored in her hair a little bit because I had these little white dots on it. Dude, I totally love the way that looks. I'm trying to figure out what I want to, um, I want to color the frame this color. That doesn't look, it's more like that color. I love a turquoise. I love a good turquoise. I have this gorgeous turquoise bracelet. Maybe I'll wear it the next time when I'm at Denver and back at home. But this, I use it so much that it's wearing out. So I need some more markers. Yeah. So I also wanted to know, I'm for like the fiction book that I'm reading right now is Funny Story. I haven't started it yet, but really looking forward to starting it. I just haven't had the time. Whenever I start a book, I like to make sure that I have a lot of time because I will um I'll go through them quickly. Like I like to, like if I'm in a mood to read, I'll read a lot. And I have a feeling I'm usually like that with her books, at least the ones I've read. So I'm trying to save it for a weekend. Otherwise, I'll get nothing done at work. Oh shit, I went outside the lines. I fucking hate that. All right. You can tell I like the color blue because my blue it's not even usable anymore. One of the things when I color is I like to put in like a bunch of like random colors that may not like make the wall pink or like something like that, just because I really like jewel tones. But what are your all's plans for the summer? I'll go into that a little bit. So again, like I said, we're coming back from Florida, so we don't have any like big vacation plans. But I think Gavin and I are gonna maybe go on some prettier walks. Um, I don't think we'll do like big hikes. I have an irrational fear of like running into like a bear or a mountain lion or things like that, in or like even a coyote. Um, I just have I have actually a, a fright of animals that could rip you to shreds. And there are bears like that aren't way up in the mountains. They're like in the foothills and mountain lions that are like in the foothills. So I think what we'll do is probably find some more popular trails that aren't out in the woods. Because I'll probably go alone, I try and do that anyway. I don't like to go hiking in like the woods and stuff like that by myself because you do hear of really terrible things happening. I think we will I want to try and we'll do women and wine with my sister. I want to try some new restaurants with my sister, I think too. We also have some plays like musicals that we'll do, which I'm really looking forward to that. I think Mamma Mia is one of those, and I haven't seen that one in a while. And continuing to work on my projects and the things again that I'm doing at my house are I want to get into puzzles. I'm getting into coloring. If you have coloring book suggestions, let me know because the one that I made, I'm using it up. I'm running out of it. I guess I could buy another one, but I don't even, yeah, I'll do this color. I'm running out of this. Again, I like a jewel tone, man. Um, so what am I doing the rest of the night? I got to figure out what to like feed myself. I have no idea. I've been addicted to Bar Taco. Has this like um, fried rice, pork belly bowl that I get avocado on, and I really, really like it. And I can DoorDash it from here. It just takes forever, and I might want something that might come a little bit sooner, but I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. I do have the like Cook Unity meals in my fridge, but I'm sick of those. Let me know what you guys make for yourself. What do you cook for yourself? As a single person. I used to cook a lot more. I do a lot of the meals now. I am looking forward to the meal service that I like the most. Is local to Denver, so I'm looking forward to being able to access that. But what do you guys make for yourselves? Like, I would love some suggestions. What are you guys making for yourselves for dinner? Um, Tacos, like rice, chicken, and curry is something that I usually make a lot. I make tacos a lot just because it's easy. Um, but yeah, give me some ideas, and maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll crowdsource. Maybe have like a Saunders Sisterhood cookbook or something. Like, what are you guys feeding yourselves? What are you actually eating? Because it's hard to motivate. It's hard to get motivated to cook for one person, particularly I'll speak for me. I will speak for me. It's hard to get motivated to cook for one person, particularly when it's like all the cleanup you got to do. And then sometimes when it's hard to buy just for one person. So, you usually end up buying like regular portions, but then you're having the same thing all week. Um, so if you have any tips or tricks around that, let me know. Because that's my weak spot. Oh my gosh, look at Gavin. Oops. It was like daddy long legs. Hey, Gabby. Yeah, he's out cold. He was at daycare and it was warm here. Well, I feel like I'm kind of just rambly now. Here's how far I got on the coloring. Um, Again, coloring suggestion books, I would love. If you want to check out my coloring book, you can find it on Amazon. I'll put the link below. And yeah, I'm going to do a holiday one and get an illustrator to do that. So looking forward to that. And then be on the lookout for my challenges book. I think I'll probably mention these more in the lives because I don't want to spam people on my like videos and content. I don't want people to feel like I'm just kind of talking about the things that I'm putting up on Amazon. So probably talk about these more in the live. So, but feel free to reach out if you have questions and let me know, what are your single dishes? What are the single meals, man, that you guys are eating and making? Something that's simple, not super elaborate, not very expensive, and doesn't have a ton of cleanup. So I'm looking for the unicorn. So yeah, I might vlog a little bit with Gabby at the park. It's a really pretty park down by the river in downtown. So let me know if you'd like me to vlog the cross country trip home. I hope you guys have a great weekend and subscribe to Saunders Sisterhood if you are single and childless, not by choice. Even if you aren't, subscribe if you find the content helpful. Hope you guys have a good weekend. You gonna say bye, Gabby? Yeah, he's out. He's totally out.